Muito bem-vinda. Obrigada por teres aceito o convite de falar com quem nos ouve. So, thank you for having us for this small chat in order to keep ongoing these Singing Bowls talks. So, what's your name and what you want to share with us about your work with Singing Bowls?
My name is Ute, and from Sound Relaxation Margaret River, which is a little beautiful, pristine area in Western Australia. Australia is a very big country. So Sydney is on the east coast, we're on the west coast. Melbourne is on the bottom. So, and I guess I've been sharing and loving sounds full-time for, almost full-time now for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I love what I do. Mm-hmm. It's just probably the most beautiful work I've done in my life, and I'm very grateful it came.
Same here.
I came about it, yeah. And especially, I'm very fond of the Peter Hess method. Mm-hmm. And my background is German. I was born in Germany, and I didn't move to Australia till I was in my, I think 28, around then. First time to Australia, went back to Germany, and now met my husband, and then we've located to Margaret River 18 years ago. So I've been here since. And Peter Hess method, I guess because I'm German, I just like the scientific approach as well. My my
getting directly to the source.
Yes, it is. I've done a lot of training with different teachers, but I always come back with joy to what Peter Hess and Emily Hess's work, what they've developed over the years is just second to none in my opinion.
You were just telling us that you are now full-time for 10 years. So how was it before?
Well, before I...
This full-time job.
Yeah, well, it sort of grew with me because sound came into my life pretty much when my mum passed away. I started getting more interested in my own healing journey. I was very close to my mother. I've always been musical. I was brought up in a musical family, so music was a big part of my life. And then with all teenagers, they connect through music. So it's just something that I'm very fond of. I play some instruments, and but it didn't come till my mum passed away. That's probably now 11 years ago then, that I was meditating at the beach and Singing Bowl came into this meditation, and I had no idea what to do with it, but it was just this thing that, came in. And then I started researching online because I'd heard, about sound and traveling to Bali. The first time I sort of really experienced sound in a variety. Sound instruments was the gamelan in Bali, and there was just something magical about it. And and then when Singing Bowl came into the meditation, I thought, okay, let's research. Let's have a look where this will take me. And so I jumped online and found the Peter Hess Institute in Germany. And I thought, great, because I go back every year. Unfortunately this year, but I've been back every year once, sometimes twice. And I thought, next time I'm in Germany, I'm going to, do a course just for me. And it just happened that Peter Hess Academy Australia, Alex and Janusz, started their first course. I signed up, and I've been doing sound ever since and loving it. So I'm part of the Peter Hess Academy Australia. I'm teaching for them now. I've persevered all these years. I've treated hundreds, thousands of people now, I keep going. I started part-time because my kids were still little, so the sound naturally, like I said, first it was a self-exploration, which I still teach is very important. The self-experience of the sound, to understand how it works, you need to go on your own journey first.
Feel it, yeah.
Feel it, experience it, feel the changes that are occurring. So that was what I did for quite a while. And then my family, and then my friends, and, so slowly it found its way. And the kids grew up. They were my biggest supporters. They loved it. Still to this day, every new friend gets introduced and gets a sound treatment. So it's there for the whole family as well. And they were very supportive of it. And then I turned full-time really much, like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, 3 years. I thought, okay, that's it. I'm turning this into a full-time profession. But I'd done the groundwork, and I've done a lot of networking beforehand. And yeah, here I am. And
yes, because for the moment you work as a teacher, not just for someone who wants to become a practitioner, but you also provide click training for children, right? And you
Yes.
are also a practitioner yourself.
I'm a sound massage practitioner, and I'm a basic trust coach now. I've done sound yoga, I've done phonophoresis, I've done tuning forks, I've done monopod, I've done gong training, I've done, it's all listed in my, it's just this world is opened up. And I think it's my it keeps me curious, it keeps me inspired. I want to learn more, I want to know more, I want to meet more people. It's just a passion of mine, I think, and and it leads me into these amazing places to meet amazing people that are on the same wavelength, or so the sound will shape the way. And sometimes it's easy, and there was times in my life and I thought, okay, that's it, I'm going to get a real job. And then the next opportunity presented, the next door opened, where I thought, okay, it's probably something I'm meant to do.
Yeah.
So I just follow that calling. So
That's it.
I'm not intending to stop. And when I first started, it was quite interesting because nobody did sound to that degree. And I brought it to Margaret River as a sort of a small town. It's grown since then, but I felt quite peculiar at times because, people would look upon me as like, here she is again, the lady with the singing bowls, But I thought, no, I keep going. I know this is good for people. And everyone, I think a lot of people have had sound and they were amazed of the benefits, physical and mental, and
And most of your trainer has a teacher becomes in Australia. So how is singing bowls around Australia? Work with it.
I must really say there wasn't really many people doing sound out there when I first started. So in English, the market was very sparse. There was nothing that in the English language as well. Peter Hess was quite established in Germany, so you could sort of steal from their website and this and that, And in Australia, there was nothing like it. So I really started from scratch. No one to look into for help, comparison. There was no competition as such. So I was on my own and trying to do as good as I can, work from my experience. And now it's changed. I mean, especially it's great to see that sound has become so popular especially the last 3-4 years. And, the market's exploded. And there's a lot of different facilitators, a lot of different schools out there, methods that are being taught. But I stick with Peter Hess. I think he's so profound. I love his teachings, and it's good to venture out and do different things, but he's the only person that's managed to be a global family. And and the teachings are profound, I find, and I love it.
Same here. So it's you work also with groups and also with individuals. So do you want to share any special, let's say, any special session you had, any special accomplishment that someone did with sound healing?
There's so many.
I know.
If I had to pick one, oh my God.
One or two.
Yeah, one that stood out for me, I don't know, that is just, I mean, it goes from pain relief over insomnia relief over, pregnancy, like helping mothers through pregnancy, after birth, palliative care, kindergartens. I mean, I've done so much work, and yeah, I don't know, the most amazing. I have to pinpoint what I'm just really thinking, because they're all beautiful in their own way, and so many people have these amazing experiences.
Yeah, and I know exactly what you are meaning, because many times people try to put us some kind of labels, or do you work mostly with women or mostly with child? But we are life supporters. So from the pregnancy until someone is departing, we are just able to provide sound caring, sound healing, sound support for wherever it is the gender, wherever it is.
Sound connects, and sound is universal. So it's that universal language that everybody understands. I mean, I'm really happy now that more and more professionals coming into the sound massage courses, osteopaths, chiropractors, doctors. So I've cracked that. It's not just for the spiritual community, where we have a real professional approach now, which is great. Yeah, and like you said, there's so many different areas of employment. I work with groups, with children, with teenagers. Everybody can benefit from the sound and get that relaxation out of it. I think we don't have enough. We're very young, focused society, success orientated, and we can't, we've forgotten how to really slow down, and that profound relaxation mentally and physically, when you're in that state, wonderful things happen from there. It's almost like we go back to our original blueprint, and if a trained practitioner guides you through it and knows what they're doing, that's really important as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, there's a lot of transformation happening for people. I mean, the most humbling things were people when I treated with, I think, suicidal. That really was profound, that I was able, or they approached me because it was their last resort to go there.
And you work it complementary with psychologists?
Yes, I made sure the psychologist knew, of course, and safety is really important with what I do, and I want to be recognised as well. So I'm supporting these people, but there was two, and especially they had a really quick transformation over a couple of months, which they were just nurtured and just realised that there's so much good within them and outside of them.
So life is worth it.
Life is worth it. It's beautiful. And, the mind came to a deeper understanding of what they actually are on that deeper level, that it's not, what we think we are.
I can be just who I am. I am who I am. And that's it.
I am who I am, and I'm okay the way I am. And
I don't have to change anything. So I'm breathing, I'm alive, I can enjoy being me. And sometimes it's that the sound gives you this, I don't call it authorization, but it's like with sound you are able to aware that it's okay to be whom you are. You don't have to change anything, just be yourself. Whatever that means for you.
Just be, exactly. And there is a healthy core in every person. We're born healthy and intact, and then through life and through experiences we get off center, and that's life. But sometimes we lose our balance extremely,
Yeah, like in that extreme case you just reported, it's suicide.
So we come in with a sound just to create that loving acceptance of oneself, and we're supporting people in their journey. I'm not a healer. I always want to separate myself from the sound healing aspect of things because I'm not doing the healing work. I facilitate.
It's always a self-healing process.
Exactly. We're activating that or we're supporting that, creating that. So, yeah, I love working with babies, it's really lovely. It's I don't know, it's just fun, balls on the body, balls off the body. Yeah, different instruments, and there's some powerful seminars. Like I said, we really want to break into the education sector with the CLIck program. That's my baby now, because especially after in the situation the world is now, that resilience training is really important. And,
we were just talking a little bit about it earlier this morning. So how is your vision with working with singing bowls with children? What do you want to share with us?
I'd love to see it more and more coming into schools, into families. I've tested and tried it. It's really beneficial. The kids love it. I've had little kids run up to me, and I've done sessions at various schools, and you don't really know the kids, but you get to know them in the course, and then they run up to you in the supermarket. They see you, they stand in front of you, and you see their eyes shine, and they're, "You're the singing bowl lady."
Yeah.
And so they stand and look at you, and they remember that feeling that they had. And I think that's priceless. We need to activate the senses to
and from the parents' point of view, what do you think it's the main achievement?
Well, again, in transitionary times, in difficult times that concern the family, it creates harmony in the house, in the household. It creates, peace within the child. It connects family members again and connects the kids within. It's a lot of sensory work that we do, stress relief. Also, these little ones are already under huge pressure. And especially with environmental factors going on, it's going to be really important that we make them fit for the future. And it's proven just to work.
So let's put it on practical terms, because let's face it, I have a family. I have just one singing bowl. Someone told me, and I bought a universal singing bowl. So what is your advice? For me, let's say a mom.
Yes, create a ritual in the morning. I think rituals are really, really lovely. Before the kids, and I've done it with my children as well, that's when I developed that. Before we went to school, we took those 5 minutes out and just came together and just, okay, there's a hectic morning, but we make those 5 minutes in the morning and we just sit together, we breathe, we're just with each other. You can maybe give a word of gratefulness in the morning, or, something that you're looking forward to in the morning. Make it a ritual. You can do that at night before they go to bed.
And I can give the singing bowl so my child can play it during this ritual?
Yeah, absolutely. And you take turns maybe, and the kids feel empowered. Or you use the exercise with the hands. We're in this together, and you place the singing bowl on top. We're together. We're connected. We're one family. That strengthens children, and adults as well. It's just beautiful sound space that just clears the atmosphere, clears the energy, and resets. And, clear your mind in the mornings especially.
Just preparing ourselves to the new day arriving.
Exactly, There's so many things you can do once you start using them. I mean, as you know.
It's just all about being creative. And sometimes even are the children who, can I play it this way? Can I do this? Can I do that? What do you think about? So today it's my turn to conduct the meditation in the morning. And they just became so more.
Absolutely. There's so much you can do. And that's why I love the metal bowls also. Crystal bowls are lovely, but they're so much more versatile. You can put water in them, you can take them in the bath, you can, put, especially what we do in the kids' courses, we use them, we utilize the bowls. I always encourage students when they've been in the courses, don't put them in the cupboard, have them on your table.
That's
so
it.
Everybody can, use them as something that becomes a tool in your household.
Yeah, and sometimes I advise when you just need the moment to be quiet, to breathe, just to let everyone in the family know when the singing bowl is played, it's just time to stop and take a very deep breath. And this also works perfectly in the classroom area.
It does.
Schools.
One lady said, I have them sitting there, I haven't used them for a while, but when I look at them, I just sort of associate with the feeling. I know they're there for me, even that, So, yeah.
And we are talking about children, but the other way around. You were just telling us with palliative care, with also when someone is older and they are just on a departure process. Do you want to share anything about that thing?
Well, I think it's such a transformation, death as such, and it's the birth into another realm. And I think quietness towards the end, and let just not too much sound. I'm not indicating playing a sound concert. It's got to be done less is more, and just once over and over again, leading into silence, just changing the energy in the room, connecting everyone without words. Yes, so it that can provide a real beautiful atmosphere.
Yeah, and
for
sometimes
the person that's leaving. I've had one lady especially. She used sound sessions. I worked with her for. She knew she was terminally ill with cancer, and God bless her. And she came to sessions and she prepared herself for the day she died. She said, "This is my exercise, my meditation. I'm practicing letting go." And the day,
how lovely is this?
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
Amazing.
She was such a wonderful person, and she did it. She went for it. She wanted to watch the sunrise. That she said, today's the day. She turned 60. Then she made a date, and she said, today's the day. I'm leaving. She had cancer. She was very ill towards the end, but she said, today's my last sunrise. Then she sat on her favorite spot, under her favorite tree, and she slipped away peacefully.
So beautiful.
And nobody saw her coming. And I truly believe her. She really used sound to prepare her to slip into another realm.
Let it go in peace.
Peacefully and relaxed. Yeah, amazing.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's this, having all these things setting out, and it's very, very beautiful to have this opportunity for go in your favorite place, under your favorite tree, and have all this energy, all this peace and quiet, and just to let go, to surrender.
Yeah, she was a real inspiration, absolutely. Yeah, dying in peace and dignity.
And that's life. We have children all over the place playing around and just finding themselves to find out this quiet time, and then we go and pass through the different stages of life and just go for it.
In my Basic Trust, the Basic Trust seminar series that Emily has developed, I love her work. Coming back into our Basic Trust, that's what we said. Life throws us off center, and then we come back into our center, home, and where we're connected with the source and everything. So this is really profound, and I think you can, if you allow yourself to go there, you can train that.
Yeah, and if you learn how to do it in the early stages of life, like you just said, with going with click on this special time of humankind, let's face it, Okay, we have these cycles around the times, but for the present moment, we have this tool we can provide to our children in order to develop more skills for them. When to grow old, they can have this special tool and find the center, the interpiece, and just go and enjoy life and have fun.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's absolutely well said.
I'm just going for open the time for someone who wants to make some questions for the moment. We have some viewers here. Hello, everyone. Does anyone have a question for Ute at the moment? Not yet. Let me just check it out. Okay. Okay. And do you have, let's say, a special message for someone who wants to see this? I started this singing bowl talk of singing bowl voices in order to people, not just in Portugal, but actually around the world, to see that this is, like you just told us, a global family. This working with sound, this having all this quiet place and safe place to be, just be. So we just heard these amazing inspiration experiences from Australia. Do you want to?
Yes. I guess, I mean, it's not for everyone, and you have to find the things that work for you. Mm-hmm. But it's worth trying it. I've had a lot of people in the first session, they got, if you're open to it, and if it's done well, and like in a professional way approach as well, like I keep it very clean and let the sound do the talking.
The job, completely.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful message for us to finish this small talk. Let the sound do the job.
Well, the sound will find its way, exactly.
Always.
And listening, I think the other thing is also listening. We're so visual these days. I mean, I could talk about this for hours, but we're so visual and our visual sense gets stimulated all the time. Yet we've forgotten to really use our listening sense, which is such an amazing sense that we tend to neglect a little bit. Yet listening goes straight into the heart.
Completely.
Yeah? The female quality to it, yeah? So, and I think if we listen to each other deeply more, we can transform the world.
Completely. Yeah. Someone is asking, what did you feel when that person says that she wants to leave the body?
What did you feel when that person says, I want to leave my body?
Mm-hmm. I think he's referring to the previous experience you just shared. The woman with cancer.
Like they left their body. It quite happens that people have these experiences that you're levitating or, that you lopsided. I always say, approach it with a non-judgmental way. Just observe. Mm-hmm. I'm very strong on guiding people into the sessions. It's an observation. Maybe you are feeling light through the session, your etheric body, maybe.
Just observe and go with it. But actually this question is about the cancer case. He just put this special. So as a practitioner, what did you felt when this woman was telling you, I'm preparing to leave?
Yes.
I think he wants to know what was your personal... Yeah, we talk about it.
So if they say, I mean, I'm supportive. I mean, if that's what the person feels and, if they want to leave their body, I mean, then that's probably the process they're going through. And again, don't judge. And I'm not quite sure if the person says they want to leave their body.
It's all about acceptance and just be there for them.
I think so, yes. And
and sound will find its way.
And the sound will find its way, yeah. I think so. It depends on the case. I'm not, and you have to be there and put it all into context. it's very personal, and because I'm there in the session with the person, I know a little bit about the person as well. So I can't really generalize, this is what you do. You know,
sure.
There's not an answer in that case if it's that deep. I hope this clarifies it.
I think so. Yeah, Carlos is saying a thumbs up. So thank you for this wonderful conversation, Ute. I'm just for today message for me and for today's sentence to keep on my mind. Sound will always find its way. It's so beautiful. Just simple as that.
It is, yes.
Like a river on the flow. Yeah. So thank you again for joining us from Australia, and thank you for your time, for giving your time for us being here. So thank you so much. Beijos.
Thank you so much for having me.
Muito obrigada, Ute. Até logo.
It's night time, so have a great day.
Obrigada. Até logo.
Obrigada.